As the Master of AFKing, I have a brand new strategy for you. If you are busy with schoolwork, etc, and you're not really able to play the game, well, this is the video for you, because you can literally make 1 to 2 million per hour by simply sitting AFK. Now, this doesn't mean that you're gonna be sitting in your usual AFK pool like I usually do. This time it takes us to Dwarven Mines, and you're gonna be actually AFKing there, and the requirements for it are very simple actually. The only thing that you're actually gonna be needing is a sword, and more specifically it's the cloak sword, and it goes for about 4.5 to 5 million coins as of today, which is not that much considering that you could make this money back within 2 to 4 hours. And for those who don't know what this sword actually does, well, the special ability, it spawns creepers around you who protect you, and that's the key thing about this sword. And once you do have the sword, you want to head over to the Dwarven Mines and run to the ice wall, and you want to be sitting next to ice walkers. And if you don't know where they are, well, it's kind of right behind the Royal Palace, so I'm gonna quickly show you. So the Royal Palace Bridge is right there, and well, the spawn point is over there. So you want to run right from here, run towards the Royal Palace Bridge, but instead of going that way, you want to take a turn over here, and then you want to head down here, and this is actually the fastest way to get there in my opinion. And then, well, you want to take this bridge down here. Remember, Royal Palace Bridge was like somewhere there, and then Ice Walkers are over here. So we're ready to begin this method. Anyways, now that you have arrived there, you want to grab out your sword and activate the special power. Now, as you guys can see, I was holding the pickaxe in my hand because the sword didn't have telekinesis on. So that's one thing that you gotta make sure you do have. And if you don't have it on your sword, just hold whatever has telekinesis on it so it goes directly into your inventory. And if you're wondering what is it that the Ice Walkers actually drop, well, they drop quite a bit of different items. Number one, you can get a full glassite set from them, but the most important thing that you want to get from them is the glassite jewel, which sells for about 60,000 coins each, and sometimes they go even higher than that. Now this means you are ready to AFK, and I have gone AFK for 1 hour exactly to see how many glassite jewels we're gonna be getting during this time, and make sure you guys stick till the end of the video to find out how we're actually gonna be boosting it, because initially I wasn't getting that many and I was like, this is good, but we can make it better. But anyways, after AFKing for 1 hour, we did manage to get ourselves 11 glassite jewels, which is pretty decent. And as you guys can see, we managed to get a bunch of glassite armor, which is pretty insane. Now, unfortunately, this armor doesn't really have a crazy value. Anyways, I went AFK for 1 more hour to see if our results are somewhat accurate, and we ended up actually getting another 11 glassite jewels. But this time we got actually less glassite armor, which was weird, but I'm not complaining. And one thing that I did notice during this time is that some lobbies are more crowded than the others, and in some lobbies there's a lot of people grinding out Ice Walkers. So if you find a lobby where there's not really that many people grinding, you can actually get even more items. But that's not the strategy that I was talking about, like finding the right lobby. That's not the thing. In a second, I'm gonna explain to you how you can boost your chances of getting more of them. But before we do that, if you guys are new to the channel, it would mean a lot to me if you guys could subscribe with the notifications on. I'm gonna be uploading a lot of Hypixel Skyblock, and right now I'm super busy with university, so this strategy is actually working out very well for me, because I can literally just go AFK and work on my assignments, and then time to time check on it if it's nicely AFKing. And most of the time it's better AFKing there than on my private island, because for some reasons it often changes the lobby, but here it barely changes the lobby and it doesn't really kick you out of AFK. But yes, as I mentioned, we were getting about 11 glassite jewels per hour, which means on an average we were making around about 700,000, which is pretty decent considering that we are literally doing nothing. But I realized that I didn't have my god potion activated which means our magic find potion didn't work, and that's a huge takeaway from that. So yes, magic find is extremely crucial when you're gonna be AFKing there. And well, obviously god potion, that's not the only way to actually increase your magic find, it's also the amount of unique pets you have. And in addition, if you do have the black cat, for instance, which is a pretty expensive pet to have, it costs about 14 million to 17 million. Yeah, it's pretty expensive, but if you do have that pet, well, it increases your magic find by quite a bit. Or another so-called budget version is the Griffin pet, which isn't that expensive and it gives you pretty decent magic find. For instance, for me, I was actually using the Griffin pet, and as you guys can see, we're getting +8 magic find, which is pretty decent. And in total right now, our magic find is 125. And I do believe that actually Booster Cookie maybe gives you a bit of a buff of the magic find. So that's another way to do it. So in short, having a high magic find can boost it by quite a lot, and let me tell you how much we start getting per hour with a high magic find. Oh, and before we actually move anywhere further, I do quickly want to say huge thank you to Jonathan Finger. He's the one who actually wrote me about this strategy, and it is actually insane. So huge shout out to Jonathan Finger. If you guys see him around, say big up. But how much money did we actually make with a better magic find? Well, we're about to find out. So as you remember, before we were getting about 10 or 11 Glacier Jewels, which is pretty good. I mean, that's about 700,000 per hour still. But once we did get our magic find from about 25 to 125, everything changed. And I do mean everything. We started getting, on an average, every single hour about 20 to 23 Glacier Jewels. We literally doubled the amount of Glacier Jewels we were getting during this time, and that's outstanding. So that meant we doubled our income. And if you guys are wondering how much money have I made so far, well, let me show you guys some of the results. When at first we sold our first set of Glacier Jewels, we were selling them for about 49,000 coins each, because that's about the price it went for. Now I typically go for about 500 coins cheaper than the lowest offer, and that means it sells out like really quickly. And I mean, these Glacier Jewels, at first I was like, it's so easy to get, do they actually have a demand for it? And oh boy, is there a huge demand for it. I don't think I have ever seen any other item to sell out this quickly as this right here. I will put up like 20 and in 10 minutes it would be all gone. And I wouldn't like lowball these offers or anything. I would just go 500 coins lower than the lowest, and it would sell out so freaking quick. So during this time we sold them for about 49,000 coins, about 50,000 coins. Also we did for 61,000 coins, and I think the highest that I managed to sell them for was about 63 to 65,000 coins. And well, as I told you guys, we were getting about 22 per hour. So if we were to sell them at 63,000 coins, we would be making almost 1.4 million coins, which is outstanding. And keep in mind, that's from literally doing nothing. And once again, I told you guys before as well, but I'm super busy with like assignments, etc. So I'd literally just open the game and I would leave myself AFK, and I don't even have to check the screen that much. Like, I think I checked about every 30 minutes to see if everything was fine, and typically everything was fine. Sometimes for whatever reasons the thingy actually wears off, so you just have to go back into the center, put it back on, and you're good. And you don't have to wear any fancy set, you could just have that cloak sword and you're gonna be good enough. So there it was. If you guys could take a moment and smash that like button, that would be freaking amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to AFK, so see you guys in the next one. Peace.